G'day, how you going? It's Steve. Hey, Woodworking Masterclass. I haven't got an apron on. I've just come in from the yard. First time in I don't know how many months I was able to mow it. Chooks have all been fed. And I thought I would say g'day to you all because I've had some lovely emails. Thank you for so much. A lot of people were concerned to see how it was because I hadn't been on air for a couple of weeks, but I have been flat strap. So I tried yesterday. I'm down to one camera too, by the way. Now, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, I think I tried. I think we did a 9-second stream or something. I've had rats in the workshop and they've chewed all through my ADSL cable. So this is a bit of a run to see if it's going to work. And I'm hoping it certainly does. I'm just checking to see if I'm actually live here, which will be lovely if I am. It doesn't say I am. What's happening here? Apparently I'm live. I don't know. I'll just keep on going and see what happens. If someone comes in and says hi, I know I'm live. If not, I don't know. Well, that's working all right. So let me just... Yes, it's a pain. When your cables go, you don't know which ones are the faulty. Well, you can tell. The ones that are bitten all the way through, you know for sure that they're not good. But the other ones, they might have munched but not done too well on it, and it's not working quite the way you expected it to. I'm pretty sure I'm live, I just can't see myself. So let's see. Not looking good. Let me refresh this. I'll be with you in a minute. I promise. Well, everything suggests I'm live, except nothing's happening. Well, I've been going for 2 minutes. Everything appears to be good. But I don't... I just love technology. When it's working, it's fantastic. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Tells me I've got an excellent connection. So why isn't it showing up on my station? Let me have a look-see here. Okay, it's doing all right. That's an ad. Don't know what that's for. Bear with me, good people. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, live. Okay, that's what's happened. It should all be good now. I'm hoping. Well, it should be going. Public. Publish. There you go. I think I've done it. So that's going to be a bit boring for people, and if you've hung in this far, thank you so much. I'm now live. What happened with that? Oh dear. Don't you just love it? There you go. Okay. All right, I'm happy now. So, getting back to what I was doing, I don't know if you got the g'day, I'm Steve. Welcome to Woodworking Masterclass. But, yeah, I've just finished feeding the chooks and putting everything away, and I thought I'd have a quick stream. And if I'm repeating myself, I apologise, but I'm not sure if what I did went to air. So anyway, thanks for everyone that sent me emails to inquire after my health and well-being. It is fine. It is fine. It's just I've been busy doing stuff around the place. I've been consumed by these harps. I've finished the... Oh, Derek, g'day! Oh, I'm not talking to myself. I wasn't sure. There were all sorts of weird things happened before I went live. But anyway, I'm back. Say g'day, Derek. G'day, Craftsman Studio. And Barney, g'day, Jeff. How are you, mate? Ow. That hurt. What have I been doing? I just got to find this thing I just had a second ago. What are you doing, Gloria? I've got... She won't come in, but I've got a big fat goose at the back door, just poking her head around. As I said before, I'm actually down to one camera because I've had rats and they have eaten. G'day, Andy. Have you moved? Have you unpacked? Are you all good now? I know you'd moved. You hadn't unpacked. Yeah, they'd eaten my ADSL cables. I've had to replace 3 of those. One of my HDMI cables. So at the moment, I'm only using this camera up here, and I'm looking for something so I can do something while I'm having a natter. So it'll be very, very static today, I think. Oh, where is the flipping thing gone? What I'm doing at the moment, these are, will be bee covers, because it's just hit winter here, and if we get a frost, it can adversely affect the bees. So I'm just walking next door looking for what I'm looking for. Oh, I bet you I know what I did. I left the flipping thing outside. Oh dear. All right, hang on. Let me just have a quick squiz out here, see how far away I am. No, I'll do it later. Hang on, I'll just pull this door down. God, I don't need this open anymore. Oh, those of you that were following the making of the knife block, here it is, all barring a French cleat. The chap I made it for. I didn't realise, but it was for his, they've got custom-made knives. Steel goes in there, sharpening diamond rods there, meat cleaver there, and carving knives there. It's got a polycarbonate front, so fingers don't get in the way, and I'll bring it up so you can... There's going to be a pest and only one camera, but I'll show you the inlay work, how it worked out, and I've got to tell you, I was pretty happy with that. So that's all timber that's been burnt and inlaid, and there's the top of it. All out of North Queensland silky oak, Cardwillia sublimus. So he's pretty impressed with that, and when I took it to him, I said to his wife, do you want to see it first? She said, yeah, it's his birthday present. So I thought, oh, that's lovely. So, oh, that was what I was looking for. Look at that, see? The other things I've been doing, I was over at Theo's not long ago. G'day, Jared, how are you? You got to head off to bed, Steve, or at least, mate, go to bed. Sleep is more important than watching me, I guarantee it. Yeah, I went over to Theo's because these harps that I'm building, had a bit of a horror mishap with one the other day, so we'll just give that a miss. But these are the timbers I'm building it out of. That's, I'm just looking down there because I can see the camera. That's Queensland maple with a birch ply insert, which will strengthen the pillar head and also the back where it goes into the sound box. This one is solid plywood, and it's going to be Western red cedar, Queensland walnut on the back, so that's veneer there, it'll be all veneered. And then the pillars, which I don't know where they are, they might be over here. Yeah, there you go. The pillars will be all in solid timber. So that will be the pillar for the Queensland walnut one. So that will look very nice when it's all put together. Same with the maple one. I've got a beautiful bit of, oh, what a pity, you can't see it. Oh, wait a minute, you might. No, I got new, oh, no I didn't. I've got new squirt bottles and I thought I left them up the other shed, but I didn't. I don't know, oh, this might show up. There you go, I'll come up to the camera and show you. This is Bee's Wing New Guinea rosewood. So that's going to be another one. And then I've got a solid Jarrah one and also a blackwood one that I've made, and I started to shape. I think I showed you the rough cut out of this one before, and that's starting to be shaped, and that's all done with a spoke shave and a card scraper, and that's the top of the rosewood one. So they have been taking up a bit of my time, or as well as now I can actually mow my yard, doing a bit of yard work, which has been good. My truck was stuck in the backyard for over 6 weeks. I couldn't get it out, and I've got it out now, and a friend came round and we actually got the trailer out of the backyard. So it can rain again now, don't care, because I've got mobility. Hey Vince, mate, I just had a thought, and I haven't got my phone on me. No, I'll send it to you. I don't want to say it publicly. So I'll send, oh, hang on, sorry. Wait a minute. I will, let me just have a look at something. Okay. 1.1, I don't know what that is. What the? Go away. $28 million. Now I'll work it out. I'll answer you in your message. Just in case you're wondering, Vince sent me a question about something, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I'm not going to say it on air. So there you go. There you go. What else about it? Oh! With these harps, where the neck goes, the pillar goes into the neck here, it's a weak spot apparently. And if you have a look at a lot of harps, strings are on this side. On this side they've got a plate, whether it's a timber plate or a metal plate or something like that. So I thought it'd be really awesome if I could get a logo or a trademark and put it there. So I went over to Theo's and we played around on the CNC machine and cut this out a bit of plywood, which was sort of successful. And then we had to go, see Jeff, I was using the CNC. Then we had to go on this stuff, which is Perspex. But the trouble with the Perspex was, as the bit was cutting, it was generating heat, so as it had cut, it was melting the swarf that would then fill in the tracks left by these really fine holes. But that notwithstanding, we ended up with, I'll come over there so I can show you. We ended up getting a decent copy of both, and that's what I came up with. And SK. I've since put UV glue all over it to give me a much smoother finish. You can see that's shiny, that's UV glue. The first one we cast, I wasn't disappointed with at all, but it wasn't perfect by any means. And that's what we came up with on, let me get behind it. There you go. That's what we came with on the first cast, which proved at least we could do it. And then the next cast was a lot better. That's that one. I was just going to cut that off the back. The third cast was an absolute disaster. But if you look at that, you can see how rough it is in between the letters. So I put a little bit of glue in between the letters on the fourth one, and you can see how it smoothed it out. So as yet, I haven't done one with that new mould there, which I shall, but the majority of the brass I used was a bucket of filings that Terry Gordon graciously gave me from his milling machine and CNC machine for the brass inserts he puts on his bottom, on the bottom of his planes. So we did discover you can use brass filings, but if you're going to, because there was a lot of cutting compound, cutting oil in the filings, we found we actually had to smelt the metal 3 times before we got really nice brass. Whereas in the brass filings themselves, there was some hard bits of brass that were cut-offs. We put those to one side and we melted those at a later melt, and they were brilliant. So if you're absolutely, totally stuck, you can use brass filings and it will work okay. But if you've got access to any old brass fittings, particularly plumbing fittings or offcuts of brass, they work really, really well. I did have an old table that a friend of mine's got a scrapyard gave to me, and I don't know. I doubt if it was 100 years old, but I reckon it would have been close to 60 years old, Italian. And that was interesting because when we melted that, the brass was almost white. Yeah, it was incredible. So anyway, that's been our foray into that. What else has been going on? Richard, good morning, all the way from Normandy. How are your apples, mate? And I hope you're enjoying summer because winter is getting cold over here. Oh, the chooks aren't laying as many. I used to get 14 eggs a day. Now I'm down to about 8. So I can understand that too. I wouldn't want to be laying eggs in cold weather. Who else just snuck in there? Nathaniel, g'day mate, how are you? Yeah, Andy, you don't wait, do you? I wasn't going to mention your suitcases. That's it. I will, your boxes. How the boxes go, mate. They might too, I don't know. I'd have to get a different one if I put it on Theo's, though, because I'm sure he wouldn't want my initials on there. Oh, yes. Hang on, who else is there? Yeah, my Laguna BX14, is it? 14BX. Love it, okay? I've always liked it, but have I got a whinge about Laguna spare parts? The foot brake went on it. What had happened, I was doing some very fine work with a 1-inch 1/8 of an inch blade. I need a Tim Tam. Wait a minute, let me get a bicky. A 1/8 of an inch blade, and it slipped off the wheel because of tracking or whatever. So as soon as it slipped off, I did the thing most humans would do. I slammed on the brake, which of course, it stopped the bottom wheel, but it doesn't stop the top wheel. But I hit it that hard, I broke the brake cable, which I think is, oh, that's a bit sus. I can't honestly see how you can break a brake cable where it broke. Anyway, notwithstanding, I rang up a Laguna dealer and said, can I get a new brake cable? And finally, when we worked out and got on the same page, I was told, yes, $272 for a new brake cable. You have to be kidding me. Oh no, you can't just buy the brake cable, you got to buy the whole brake assembly. Well, if you've got one of these fantastic machines, or you've got any other machine, and it has a foot brake on it, let me save you some money. I went to Bunnings, bought some woven wire cable, cost me, I think it was $9 for 10 metres, and a box of cleats, metal cleats, cost me $4.90 for a box of 8. I used a metre of the wire and I used 2 of the cleats. So if I was going bit by bit on the job, the whole lot cost me about $14, $15. I used about $1.60's worth of material to fix the bandsaw. Now, whether they think people are totally thick and they can't work it out for themselves, or they're just in it to make spare parts money, I don't know. But if it ever happens to you, go to a hardware store or a bike shop. It's $10 a metre at a bike shop, which is still cheaper than $200 and something, and fix it. I could not believe it. When you look at it, you can say, okay, I think I threw the other cable away. I can understand it, to give them to cut them a bit of slack, I suppose. I can understand why they want you to buy the whole brake setup. It's the calipers, the whole bit. I bet you they don't give you pads with it. But there's a big metal, or it might be lead, cap on the top of the brake cable, and then it goes through the lever of the disc brake, and if I had another camera I'll show you, and then down around a post, which is then connected to the foot brake, and that's held together with a cleat. So if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't have a clue how to undo it. But honestly, get 2 cleats, run your cable through, put a cleat there, crimp it, bring it down, put it around the thing, fold it back on itself, stick it in another cleat, crimp that, Bob's your mother's brother. So yeah, I mean, they could just as easily, it would have cost them maybe a little bit of labour. Like, you know, well, when I was a kid anyway, on the bikes you had the brake cable come through, then you had a screw with a hole in it, the brake cable went through the hole, and then it had a nut that tightened it up. If they did that, you could replace the cable. That's my moan for the day. I've got another one, the washing machine. Oh, let me tell you about the washing machine. It just gets better. Let me put these out of the way. Those of you that don't know, my washing machine died. It's less than 12 months old. put in a warranty claim. Took them about 6 weeks to come out and have a look at it. Came out, had a look, pulled the panel off, and there was some, what they call German cockroaches had been in there. Because of all the wet weather we've had, apparently because the circuit board gets warm, they quite like it. Well, I saw no evidence of them around the house. But anyway, I got a mate of mine who's a pest control guy. He came in and gave us a thorough pest treatment. And there wasn't that many around because I reckon we might have seen maybe 8 dead cockroaches the next day, which on a big house isn't too bad at all. Anyway, this young fella comes out. What are tradesmen made of nowadays? Pulls it to bits, doesn't do anything, looks at it, and says, oh, cockroaches. You need a new circuit board. It's not covered by a warranty. There's a $187 call-out fee. So I said, yeah, right, I'll pay that. So I gave him his $187. He said they'll ring it from the office next day. 2 days later, they still hadn't rung, so I rang them up. Said, look, I've got this claim, or not a claim in, but I need a new circuit board apparently. And they said, oh, we'll order it. This was Friday. If you haven't heard from us by Wednesday, give us a ring and we'll follow it up. $220, yep, fair enough. So by Wednesday, I hadn't heard from him. I rang them up, guess what? They're out of business. Oh, good. I should have said, give me an invoice. Could have saved myself $187. So anyway, I thought, oh, this is stupid. I'll have a look at it myself. So I turned it on and it works. It's $187. I don't know what I paid that for, but it has been going really well ever since. So that was a win. So I suppose I can say I paid $187 to see how to take the top off my washing machine so I could clean it myself. Oh dear. Anyway, let me catch up on the chin wag. Oh, spares for things, they are. Now when I did my trade, I've got several trades, but one of them was a motor mechanic. And I did it whilst I was in the army, and whenever that was, mid-70s. And they did an exercise then, I think it was on an E.H. Holden, which was a correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was a 1964 Holden. And in spare parts, it cost something like 10 times the original cost of the car in spares. So I'm with you. Honestly, Derek, if it cost a couple more bucks, I mean, it was $1,500 for the washing machine. Yeah, you had to have a couple of calls like that and you might as well buy a new washing machine. Oh, dear. Hey, Michael, how are you? Oh, I'll bring it down here, mate. Oh, no, that's why I got an automatic one, so I could keep the one I've got. Oh, dishwasher, don't start now. It's working, there's no dramas, but they can't stack for love nor money. I think the theory is it's in the dishwasher, it'll get clean. That's like, I'm sitting in the car and I will arrive where I'm going. I haven't put petrol in the car, I haven't started the car, I haven't even worked out which direction I'm driving in, but the theory is the same. I'm sitting in the car, therefore I will arrive. I'll put it in the dishwasher, upside down, over the top of something else, and it'll still come out clean. No, it doesn't. Proved it. G'day, Cam, how are you, mate? Oh, didn't I say you the knife block? Hang on. Here we go. Pull polycarbonate cover. That's the inlay we did. It's very hard to do that backwards. The knife slots. Back. And what I've got to do, I gave it to him Friday, I think it was, and he's not sure. He thinks he'll hang it on the wall, so I'm going to put a French cleat on the back, but then he might keep it on his counter, so I'm going to put a couple of feet. I might, I was going to say I might do that tomorrow. I'll see how I go. If I can get some cameras, I'll see how my leads are. If I can get some more cameras in, I'll do that live tomorrow. If not, I'll have to do it. Because those of you that are a bit late in joining, which is just fine, I've had rats. Look at that, there's even rat poo on the bench. Yeah, I've had rats in and I chewed through my cables. I don't begrudge them. I don't begrudge them shelter and warmth in the shed, but I do get annoyed when they chew me stuff. Oh. Had dinner there. Mate, I was there Friday night. You should have said g'day. Was it? Yeah, it was Friday night. But yeah, I'm going to have a moan about that because I can. Went there. Lovely Ainsley gave me what I ordered. 2 beautiful beef rolls and a pork roll with gravy. Really looking forward to coming home, whacking a bit of horseradish on the beef. This beef, Camel attest, it is the best meat you've ever tasted. I don't know what Randall does, but it's just, oh, to die for. It melts in your mouth. Got home, Susie had a roll and one of my sons had a roll, and I came down and fed the chooks and locked them up and went back up to the house. I won't say who, but the person who ordered the beef roll, ordered the pork roll, ate my beef roll. And horseradish doesn't go well with pork. But no, roll and spit, best tucker available. If you're ever in the Jim Boomba area on Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, hook in. Go and see the good people down there. Awesome food. So I didn't eat the pork roll, but my 2 grandkids did. Yeah, good on you. I'm going there by myself. That's it, Cam. I'm going there by myself next week. I'm going to eat it before I come home. Yeah, that's why I'll put the feet on it. But all depends where he's going and what he's doing with it. Oh, what else is going on? What's it? Look, I might as well do this. Oh, I can't because, or can I? I suppose I can. I'll just cut this stuff up while I'm talking to you. That'll save me doing it tomorrow, won't it? Wait a moment. Oh! So these beehive covers are for my native bees. They're going to be insulated. This is aluminium bubble insulation from a mob called Green Insulation, I think it is. They're local. I believe it's made in Australia as well, which is good, and I'm out of bullets. I've got this other great thing I didn't bring down, but I'll do it tomorrow. What I'm going to do, and whoa, that won't work. Oh. Here's one. Here you go. Oh, I'm going to be painted and everything, but what I'm going to do, I've got angle, not sheet metal, Oh, it might be sheet metal. Yeah, there's stuff on the side of sheds. I've got angle iron, so I'm just going to put angle iron around here, screw them on, and then paint them all. But then they're insulated on the inside, which hopefully will keep it a little bit warmer than what it currently is. It was 1 degree this morning when I woke up, and I did not want to get out of bed. In fact, we didn't. We lay in bed and watched the new Adam Sandler movie, which people are given, oh, if you read or if you believe the rubbish that's on Facebook, they said, oh, it's a flop, it's no good. It was a great movie called Hustle. Really enjoyed it. There we go. Ha-ha. There you go. Well, I won't be able to do the rest because I'm going to have to cut those out. And seeing as I haven't got another camera I can move around, it will be very boring listening to a bandsaw while I do that. Let me just cut maybe one more out. Oh dear. Okay, how's that? Sort of okay. Let me just have a... All right, I'm going to have to go and get some more batteries. No, I won't. I'll wrap it up now because batteries are up in the top shed. So here we go, here we go. 20 cents here, I don't want to get out of bed. Oh, 20 degrees. No sound. No sound, no sound. G'day, Trevor. Yeah, you got 2 rand for the price of 1. Oh no, it was battery. Battery just died. I've just had a look at the receiver. It's very close to dying. So what I will do, I'll call it quits now, and then I can be back tomorrow, and I'll put more batteries in, and we can catch up and do it all again, which is going to be wonderful. So it really was. It was just a quick one to say g'day. Thanks for everyone that was concerned about me, and show you the knife block and what I've been up to and everything else. But that's it. I've got batteries. I've got more up in the house and more up in the top shed. I should have a card down here, but apparently not. I could. I don't know. I could have a giraffe in here. I wouldn't know. Anyway, that's it. So this is Steve thanking you all for coming along and saying g'day. Time to pull the shed door down and say remember to keep it sharp. But more importantly, keep it safe, and I'm rushing so I can get this in before the battery dies. Look after yourself. Be kind to each other, and I look forward to having your company in the workshop at the workbench again very, very soon. Till then, keep well, keep busy, be creative. God bless. Catch you later on. Bye for now.